Check, check, check. Hey, my name's Isaac Deeds, and I was asked a few questions on Twitter, and I'm going to answer them here. What's your favorite color? I know it sounds indecisive, but I really don't have a favorite color. One time a kid came up to me and he says, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" And I just came up with any of them. And I'm like, "Why? What's yours?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't have one." I'm like, dang it. My biggest fear is waking up with a cockroach in my mouth. Marrying someone boring. Absolutely hate wearing socks and stepping in some water. Have I ever had a pet? Yes. I've had a snapping turtle, a painted turtle, a garden snake, 2 cockatiels, more turtles, pregnant lizard, 2 dogs, 2 cats. Favorite planet? Earth. I'm a little biased because I've been there. Pluto, RIP. Still got love for you, Pluto. You're still a planet to me. Boxers or briefs? Yep. Favorite sea creature? Mermaid. Cereal. I love cereal. I know every good cereal in the world. I try out new cereals every time. O's. Cracklin' Oat Bran. Nutella or regular chocolate? Regular chocolate, just because I'm more experienced in the regular chocolate realm. Favorite junk food? Gummy bears? But they give me a headache after a while. What would I do for a Klondike bar? There's a lot of things I wouldn't do for a Klondike bar. One of them is pay $1.75 for one. The funny thing about the Klondike bar commercials is like people always start really high, like, "I'll jump off a building for a Klondike bar." It's like, why don't you just start low and say like, "Oh, I'll run around in a circle for a second," and then work your way up to jumping off a building. Where could I find ice cream? Probably your 24-hour ice cream dealer. iOS or Android? iOS. My last 4 digits to my social security number and my mom's maiden name. It's funny you ask that because my mom's maiden name is actually the same as my last 4 digits of my social security number. Mary 3476. It was a beautiful name, and then she got married and now it's just Deets. What's on my bucket list? I think the first one is to buy a bucket to scuba dive in the same waters as a whale or a shark, something bigger than me. I think that'd be really humbling. And then also see the world from outside of the world, so in space or the moon or something like that. Those are like crazy bucket lists. Seeing all 50 states, I got 4 left. North Dakota, Maine, Alaska, and Hawaii. Those 4 states, then I'd be done with all 50. Or the 3 continents that I haven't been to. South America, Antarctica, and Australia. Which I know isn't a continent. I just don't know the name of the continent that it's in. Who's my favorite Canadian? Alex Trebek, probably. Rather live in Oklahoma or Tennessee? Dang. Maybe Tennessee, just because it's close to Atlanta and I'm starting to like Atlanta. What's my favorite part of Seattle? Any place that's near the ocean. It's walking along the ocean there. Last time I was in Seattle, I was riding my bike and I had to stop real quick and I used the front brake and I flew over my bike, but I landed on my feet. And nobody seemed to care. And I thought that was pretty impressive. How are babies made? Is that your real hair? What brand of conditioner do you use? Nope. Do I separate my laundry? I just throw it all in. Have you ever seen Doctor Who? Nope. Have you ever watched Arrested Development? I've seen a few episodes. It was good. Have you auditioned for Dancing with the Stars yet? Not yet. I'm still waiting to be a star. If you make me a star, then I could do Dancing with the Stars. I only want to be a star so I can make a cameo in the next Muppet movie. What was your favorite movie or TV show when you were a kid? Indian in the Cupboard, Angels in the Outfield for movies. Loved them. I loved Extravaganza, which a lot of people don't know about. What's my favorite Bible story? Story of Joseph. I think it's because the whole time he had to believe in his dream for it to actually come true. Who's been the biggest spiritual influence in your life? Probably Aaron Weiss of Me That You. Love the things that he has to say. Really brought me through a lot. What's your biggest inspiration on a daily basis? I think Vimeo inspires me the most. Checking out Vimeo of the people that I follow and seeing what they like. As far as filmmaking, my biggest inspiration is probably just doing life and enjoying life and seeing how people react to things and going out in nature and seeing like little bugs and filming those. Say someone you follow on Twitter was going to do one of those YouTube question videos. What question would you ask? I would ask, "Hey, did you get my tweet about the question thing? What is the craziest dream that you've ever had?" You mean like a dream like when I was sleeping, or like my dream when I was a kid was to grow up and be a dolphin? If you could be celebrity for one day of your choice, who would you choose? I don't know if I could handle the pressure of being an overnight celebrity like that. Would just... Oof. Besides yourself, who would you want to play on the screen? I think it'd have to be my lookalike, Denzel Washington. You'll see it. How do you circumvent clumsiness? First, you look up the word circumvent. Then you do your best to live out that definition. I assume is like stop. And then it's like stop being clumsy. The craziest thing you've done in public for no reason. I don't do it necessarily in public, but it's public places. Like I climb torches and billboards. If you woke up tomorrow as a female, what would you choose for your name? If I woke up tomorrow as a female, the last thing I'd worry about is my name. I'd actually be worried about like, hey, why did I turn into a female today? What did I eat last night? But then after I figured all that stuff out, I'd probably go with Isaaca. I met a girl named Isaaca once and I was like, oh, that'd be cool. Where does your lap go when you stand? I don't know. What is the difference between accept and accept? Spelling for one, if you get it wrong while you're trying to say the other, there's a lot of people that are going to hate you and tweet at you and email you and say how stupid you are. So it's really important difference to learn if you want to make friends with people that aren't forgiving. If you could be any combination of a dog and a pasta mixture, what would it be? If pasta and dogs could be a combination, then I think the scene in Lady and the Tramp that's so famous would be more of a form of cannibalism. Is that a loaded question? Are you trying to get me to say a breed of dog that I'm unaware of? A noodle poodle? If you could be any superhero, who would you be and why? I've always liked the idea of Batman having the utility belt anytime he wants. He could just grapple on things and then just swing away. But then I learned about Spider-Man, and Spider-Man has the ability built into him. So you could just go and swing through buildings. Then I learned about Superman, who could just fly. So I think if I had to choose, I'd just be like the guy that could fly. And the strong guy. But I already have that strength ability. I just need the flying powers at this point. If you were stuck in an elevator with 3 adventures, what would you want to be with you, and what songs would you sing to pass the time? I don't know the Avengers. I haven't seen the movie. I guess that Captain America's wife, Miss America, or Wonder Woman? I guess girl ones, because girls are good listeners. And usually girls are better singers than guys. Maybe there's a song about being Avengers, or like I Will Avenge You, or something about avenging. I was going to be in the Fantastic Four, but all the positions were filled. Can you still do a one-footed nollie shove it? Actually I can. How can I have better luck with the honeys? First, I think you should ask other people that have good luck with honeys. I'm not sure if girls like to be called something that's synonymous with bee saliva. And maybe you should get a haircut. What is it with you and Airbud? The dog plays basketball. What's not to like? If you could dance to any song on stage, what would you pick? Ooh, I'd probably choose a Me Without You song, because it would be a weird dancing style. Or Ludacris or Missy Elliott. If you could pass on one life lesson to others, what would it be? Ooh, I think learn how to laugh. You get through so much if you learn how to laugh. Recommend a song, a book, or a film. My favorite song right now is Manchester Orchestra's Apprehension. My favorite book, I definitely recommend it to everyone, is Mere Christianity, How to Win Friends and Influence People, and Story by Robert McKee. Those 3 books are awesome. And film, I think everyone should watch Shawshank Redemption and or It's a Wonderful Life. Both 2 of my favorite movies.